This video is meant to show you how to use your calculator to find a sum, and it's designed to help those of you with newer TI-84 Plus calculators that have math print mode in them to do things. If you don't have math print mode, and you can check by pressing the mode key, if you have math print, you'll have a choice between math print and classic. If you don't have that choice, then you want to make sure that you're looking at the other video that talks about this stuff. The sum we're going to look at is the sum from 1 to 100 of the expression 2i minus 3 times 1/2. So let's go over to the calculator here. And I'm going to press the mode button first. I'm going to show you that I am definitely in math print mode, but there's a second thing that's important here, and you want to, toward the very bottom of the list, there's something called stat wizards on and off, and I want you to make sure your stat wizards are turned on. That's how this video is going to work, and it'll make things look a little bit nicer for you and make entering some of this information a little bit easier for you if you have that turned on. So please make sure stat wizards is turned on. Then we can quit out of this, second in the mode key. And the first way that I'm going to show you how to do this is similar to the other video about older calculators. We're going to press second, and we're going to press stat, which takes us into the list menu. We're going to go to the math submenu and choose option 5, which is a sum. We're going to press second and the stat button again to go into the list button again, the list menu again. This time we're going to go to the ops submenu, choose option 5, sequence. But what's different, since you have stat wizards turned on and you have math print on your calculator, is you get a nice menu here where we can just enter things in. So our expression was 2i minus 3 times 1/2. So I'm going to type a parenthesis. I'm going to type 2. I'm going to use x in place of I just because it's easier to type into the calculator. I'm going to say times 1/2. That's the expression we're looking at. The variable, or the index of the summation, is x in this case. I'm replacing x with I. We have to tell the calculator what variable to use because it is possible to use multiple variables in the expression, only one of which can actually be the index. We'll press enter. Start value was 1, end value was 100. And the step, that's the distance between values. So we could say 1/2 and go 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, etc. Or we could do 2s, go 1, and we could go 3, and then we could go 5, or we could do 10s and go 1, 11, etc. We could do whatever we want here. We're going to choose to go by 1s though, because we want to get every single value, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. We're going to paste that back to the screen and press enter to execute it. Calculator thinks for a moment, and we get a sum of 4,900. Now, there's another way to do this. You can also press the alpha key and the F2 key, and you'll see that option number 2 is something called a summation. So if we choose that 2, we actually get something that looks like our summation. So I'm going to tell it the variable x. I'm going to tell it lower index of 1. I'm going to press the right arrow key to go to the upper index. I'm going to tell it 100. I'm going to press the right arrow key to get to where we put our actual function. I'm going to type in a parenthesis, 2x minus 3, close the parenthesis, and then say times 1 divided by 2 for the half. Enter. Calculator thinks for a moment, and we get 4,900 again. So a couple of different ways to do it. The first one is kind of a mix-up of some things that the newer calculators do with the same idea as the older calculators. The second way that I just showed you is very specific to the newer TI-84 Plus calculators.